If you find yourself at home and suddenly hear someone knock on your door, usually early in the morning before you leave for work or school, be alarmed that it could be ICE. What does ICE look like?
Sometimes they are dressed in plain clothes, wear similar colors as local police, and or even wear vests that say police across the front. They do this to pretend to be the police and influence you to follow their orders. In doing so, they hide their ICE badges or anything that can identify them as ICE.
By pretending to be police, they could say they're investigating a crime that took place in your apartment building. In this case, should you open the door? No, do not open the door. Instead, ask if they have a warrant. If they don't have a warrant, you do not have to let them search your home and do not have to answer their questions.
On the rare occasions, they do have a warrant. Ask ICE to slide it under the door and make sure it is issued by a court, not ICE, and was signed by a judge.
On this warrant, it should have your address and your or family member's name. If this isn't on the warrant, we do not and should not open the door to ICE.
In case you encounter ICE on the street, remember your right to remain silent.
The Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects all people from being forced to give testimony that could incriminate them.
If ICE persists you with questions such as asking if you have papers and if you were born in this country, remind them that you are using your right to remain silent and therefore will not answer their questions.
Do not give in to the threats because they are most likely to say you'll be in trouble if you don't answer their questions. They say this to scare you into answering their questions even though you have the right to stay silent.
If ICE approach you in your car again, remember that you can use your rights to remain silent.
Make sure to also remain calm and to pull over safely. When requested, provide your driver's license and registration.
Then politely tell ICE that you will use your right to remain silent and to speak to an attorney before answering any questions about your immigration status.
If ICE agents do not have a warrant, do not consent to search your vehicle. Remember, a valid warrant is issued by a court and signed by a judge with your name and address on it.
Please remember, you know your rights and stay safe.